Welcome to FYI. This is Dimitri Young and Robert Fick, the Vodcast show that talks more junk. But anyway, today we're going to talk about NBA.
Little bit, but we got baseball. It's playoff time, playoff fever here in LA.
NFL.
Dodgers. We got Patrick
Cardinals.
O'Neill from Fox Sports Prime Ticket coming on the show today.
Hopefully we're lucky enough we can get Joe Hanrahan from the Boston Red Sox to call in.
Really, really good dude. Our former teammate, Washington. We had him in Washington, right? Yeah, that was it.
Got What the Fick.
It's a good one. It's a little old because we didn't do a show last week, but this one has to be brought up. It's top notch, and it has to do with our buddy Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones.
But we got some NFL, but baseball. Let's get right into it and
American League.
well, I'd like to talk about Detroit and Boston first. That game the other night, Big Papi. I was sitting at home, look over at my buddy, and we look at each other and go, oh, shit. If there's one guy that can do this, we know it's Big Papi because this dude has been clutch his whole career. Another guy with ice in his veins. I'm a Detroit fan, but that was pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, definitely awesome because I had Boston going to the World Series.
You were getting a little nervous, though.
I was real nervous because the first game they squeaked out one hit against Anibal Sanchez, and then they got Scherzer and then Verlander. So when Scherzer was throwing it, nobody can sniff him. And so that eighth inning came in. Scherzer was like, "I'm done."
Let's talk about the eighth inning.
Hold on, because look how Big Papi wasn't touching him. Nobody was touching him. I think Papi struck out 2 times. Pedroia didn't have.
Papi with
They were bad at bats. And then the eighth inning came in, and they decided that, Scherzer had enough. So let's talk about the eighth inning.
4 pitchers Leland used. 4 pitchers. Like, I don't know, dude. When you get to this point in the season, your eighth inning guy is your eighth inning guy. Like, if you got to piece together your eighth inning like he tried to do the other night, then I might have to switch
overcoached.
I might have to switch my pick to Boston.
No, you can't jump on my bandwagon.
Jim Leland, of all people, let that shit happen. Like, come on, man.
He outthought the entire situation.
How do you bring in Al Albuquerque? You know what I mean? Bring in Benoit. You had the game. Bring in your guy. Even if he's got to get 5 outs, whatever it is, 6 outs. Obviously, they don't have shit for the eighth inning. If it's
obviously not.
Varys, Smiley, Albuquerque. I mean, I want to take my pick back.
No, you can't.
But
that was absolutely incredible how that went down.
You knew Pedroia was going to get the hit, and you knew Papi was going to hit the homer. So
Here's my question. You're a catcher. Y'all was pumping fastballs by him the entire night. Why Benoit gonna throw first pitch changeup?
His best pitch is his change. Yeah, I don't get it.
He threw that, and that ball was smacked.
Or get off the plate, or I don't know, walk him. Do the Mike Matheny. You got to love the way Matheny manages. Matheny tells himself, I'm not letting Hanley Ramirez beat me, and that's the way it goes. Those first 2 games, first game or whatever.
Too. Wow.
And then it was Adrian Gonzalez, but, I don't know. Maybe you should have walked Big Papi.
I definitely wouldn't have thrown a changeup right down the dick, and this guy couldn't hit a fastball all night.
I think was it a changeup? I
thought
it was
84.
Really? I thought it was a heater. Really? I know it was middle away, and he kind of got out there.
That was a changeup.
Yeah, but hopefully they'll bounce back today. Verlander against Lackey.
Well, that game starts in about 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a noon start.
What time?
It's a 3 o'clock start, Eastern time.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a 2 o'clock start or something. All right. Well, John Lackey against Verlander. I like my chances today.
You know what? I like the wild card factor in John Lackey because you don't know what you're going to get from him.
Well, you can like that all you want.
See,
I'll like Verlander.
And see, if Verlander ain't perfect like he always tries to be, guess what's going to happen?
I don't know, man. He looked pretty good in Oakland.
Yeah, that's Oakland now.
I think
You got Boston.
Verlander might be tired of hearing all this Scherzer stuff, and the way he pitched the other night in Oakland was lights out, dude.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna go up against somebody, see, Red Sox putting up somebody that can counter him pretty good, and that cutter that Lackey has, it's gonna eat Prince up, it's gonna eat Victor up, it's gonna eat up Avila.
If it doesn't back up,
and Cabrera,
he's 8-11, dude.
Hey,
He's 8-11.
When did he get those losses early in the
8-11 on that team, that offense.
And that was early on, and that was when they were losing. He turned it around that second half.
Yeah, no, I know. He's I love him. I mean, he's an angel at heart, if you ask me. But Lackey's got big balls. If anybody can beat Verlander, I guess it's him. But I'll take.
Since he's going up against him.
You have no choice. I'll take him. But another guy to talk about is the Red Sox closer, Uehara.
Wow.
Throwing 88, 89, and just making guys look stupid. And I mean, that guy pitches like he's got a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and the biggest balls in the league. You gotta love it.
Yeah, he goes right after the guys with his putts and gets guys being over-aggressive, Because everybody in the playoffs is bumping 95 plus, and this guy come in limping with 81, go ooh, and guys go ah.
Did you see the guy for the Cardinals? Their lefty in the pin, Sechrist. Dude's got a .45 ERA. I think he had 45 appearances, 43 appearances, and 41 of them were scoreless appearances. So. Yeah. Where did that guy come from?
What do you mean, where did that guy come from? Where half of them guys from the Cardinals bullpen come from? Every year they're in the playoffs, you're like, who's this guy? Where did this guy come from?
Yeah, the Cardinals just fired my brother as a scout, and they told him they're going in a different direction. What the hell?
Well, and your brother's probably responsible for seeing.
Seems like their scouts are doing all right.
Getting those arms into the organization. So, guys like your brother, they're going to find a job because they know what they're doing. They've been doing it a long time, and they have a success rate that's your brother's success rate having guys in the big league is very, very great.
Yeah. Yeah, St. Louis is a homegrown team. They just kind of, one guy goes down, the next guy fills in. Alan Craig gets hurt, Matt Adams comes in.
And they probably got somebody else down there too.
Cosma comes in.
All right. We're finished with this segment. When we get back, our next segment with Dodgers sportscaster Patrick O'Neill. FYI.
Upcoming shows to the John Lovitz Vodcast Network.
Welcome to FYI. It's Dimitri Young here with Robert Fick.
Hey everybody, welcome to Talking Marijuana.
Hi everybody, Crabman's Rock and Roll Revival featuring Frazier Smith is on the air, in your hair, and going out everywhere around the world.
I'm Gary Garver, live from the John Lovitz Comedy Club.
This is the John Lovitz Podcast Network.
Hi, John Lovitz here. It's time to put laughter back into your life. Check out the John Lovitz Comedy Club, located in the heart of Universal Studios City Walk, Los Angeles, not Orlando. For tickets, go to thejohnlovitzcomedyclub.com.
You are listening to the John Lovitz Podcast Network.
Welcome back to FYI. This is Dimitri Young and Robert Fick. In this segment, we're going to have Dodgers sportscaster
Fox Sports Prime ticket.
What else?
That's it. Patrick O'Neill.
Yes, he's going to be calling in, and I have some questions. I know Robert has some questions, but he's been around that Yasiel Puig guy, man. I'm telling you, man, I can't stop talking about this guy.
In a good way or a bad way?
See, in a good way. You know, there's too many people that jump on his antics and stuff, and let's remember where he was 2 years ago. He didn't grow up like we did in our culture. You know, we're in a culture that's based on, you know, what people think of how we play the game and things like that. And where he came from, if you didn't do anything celebratory, you're boring. You're bland.
Yeah. You know, I agree with you, but, you know, I disagree in that it's the playoffs. You know, it's not the regular season. All the antics that he's done, whether you like him or you don't like him, it's cool. You know, he gave the Dodgers the energy. He you know, him and Hanley Ramirez, but it's the playoffs, dude.
He's still 22.
I don't care. Know? It doesn't matter.
You know, he doesn't learn like how we learn.
It's the playoffs. It's not the regular season.
There's
no more hitting the ball with your arms up.
He's still learning.
You know, and
I bet you learn next time that he hit the ball, he's going to run the bases.
But it's the playoffs. Like
it doesn't matter. That's
there's no more excuses. The excuses work in the regular season.
The excuses work
where he's from, how old he is, all that shit.
The entire season, he's learning.
Learning thing. I think that I don't know. They seem to try to police it, Don Mattingly, the other players, but. The shit's got to stop. You know, he's a hell of a player. He's a hell of a talent. His energy.
Well, let's get the opinion of somebody who saw him on a daily basis. Well, at least for 81 games. Our caller, Patrick O'Neill. Patrick O'Neill, welcome to FYI. This is Dimitri Young and Robert Fick. We've just been going over the whole Puig saga.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to hear your opinion about it. You know, my opinion is this guy 2 years ago is on a raft trying to swim from Cuba over here to play some American ball. And, you know, some of the antics that are done in the Cuban culture versus here in America, you know, he's learning on the fly, so to speak. He's had nothing but success from the time he landed here all the way, even going 0 for 10 and then coming back and getting that big hit. And, yeah, you know, he celebrated early, but the one thing that I know when I was a player is haul butt out of that batter's box. And he did get the third base. So the one thing he did do after he realized that ball wasn't out was he hustled. But
yeah. I mean, and thanks, Dimitri and Robert, for having me on. I'm calling from I'm here in Tampa. I know you guys have rolled through here and caused some damage, but as far as that's concerned, like if he's on your team, you want him. If he's you know, you hate him when he's not on your team, right? But I don't. I want him running out of the box, though. I mean, that's just me. Listen, if he doesn't get that carom off the wall, he might have trouble getting to second base the amount of time that he took. He's got some crazy wheels. He's so fast. You know, he may be faster than D. Gordon, you know, first, third. He makes some mistakes, but he never cost you the game. I'm just glad he got out of the slump at 0 for 12 or 8 Ks. So you need him. You need him to contribute to hit the ball like he does to win, because otherwise they're gonna lose the series.
Hey, Patrick, thanks for coming on. It's Robert here. Yeah,
hey,
before we had you on, Dimitri was giving his little spiel about how we should excuse Puig for...
I didn't necessarily say excuse, but he's learning on the fly this year.
But there's...
Yeah.
I know, but this is my beef. That's the regular season. This is the playoffs. There's no time for antics. There's no time for not hustling. There's no time for mental mistakes. And there's no more excuses, you know. Everything turned out all right for Puig last night. You know, he got to third standing up, but you know, he's got to look himself in the mirror and set aside all that stuff, because I'm sure that Kemp, Gonzalez, Mattingly, all the guys have probably said things to him throughout the season, and he's not making the adjustments. I don't think. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, Robert, listen, first of all, Kemp shouldn't be saying anything to him because that guy can't stay on the field, right? So I'm sure he's kind of kept quiet. But I know Mattingly and Gonzalez and, even Schumacher, they came. He didn't break up a double play last night. You remember the play I'm talking about?
Yeah, he didn't slide.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, now I got a problem with that. I don't understand why he's fast enough to get down there. You can go out of the baseline, right? He's allowed to go over there and take that guy out.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So why didn't he? That bugged me. And him, showboating at home plate bugged me.
Yeah.
But he did all that stuff all year long. He is, and I agree with Dimitri. He makes these mistakes, but he never made the mistake so glaring that Don had to say, "Listen, this kid lost us the game tonight." He would say, if he makes these mistakes in the playoffs, they're so tight, these one-run games, he will cost us a game. And I think he cost, game 2. He came up and he had opportunities to win the game, and he didn't. But there's a little more pressure, right, in the playoffs? And I think that him doing that last night is going to take a load off for him. And he'll, gosh, man, it's tough in the playoffs. But, to win 4 straight or 4 or 5 from the Cardinals, it's still a tough task, especially with Nolasco. And then if it goes to 7, you got Ryu. Man, the deck stack against him a little bit.
Sure. Let's talk about Ryu and what he did last night. Everybody's talking about Hanley playing hurt with the fractured rib and everything, but man, the real hero is Ryu to me. He got lit up a little bit against the Braves, and he's a rookie and he's in a different country, and he's expected to beat Adam Wainwright, and he went out there and did that, and they didn't need Hanley Ramirez last night. They didn't score, so I don't know.
Yeah.
What kind of guy is he? I'm sure he doesn't speak much English, but he seems like he's got ice in his veins, man. He's a stud.
Totally. Yeah, he's cool. He's kind of like a jokester. He's they made the rookies dress up. He was the Pillsbury Doughboy. He loved it, man. He was on the plane just digging that outfit. He's playing cards with the guys. Him and Uribe, Uribe always tries to get in his photo op, because, man, the Korean media's all over the guy. Literally, he's not even starting, and there's like 14 guys taking pictures of his every mood. So Uribe pretends to come over and argue with him so that he can get like a picture and end up in like the Seoul newspaper. He's a likable guy, and he's got the experience in Korea, and it does seem to have that ice water in his veins. So he just was painting the corners, man. I like I don't worry about him if it goes 7. Rather have Kirsch or Greinke, but it's tonight, man. Tonight's the one. But let me just ask you real quick. You mentioned Hanley Ramirez. I'm here with the LA Kings, right? So I'm covering hockey right now. So you got a hairline fracture in your rib? You know what these hockey players played with in the playoffs you know what I mean? Aren't you supposed to play through some pain?
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one, man.
It's the playoffs. Hanley missed a game. It's just unbelievable to me.
I can't believe he missed a game.
Oh.
And it cost the Dodgers.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. They're saying, what a stud he is, what a team player. He really sacked it up, in the lineup. Coming from Florida where he was kind of a cancer, he
was not a cancer.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not saying in calling out Hanley. He played, he gutted it out, but just in general, come on, baseball players, are they as tough as these other guys? You guys play professional baseball, man. Some guys being scratched with the ingrown toenail must be painful, right?
Yeah. It can be.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just glad that he went out there and played, man. I just think that, man, you'd have to, and now they're showing like Gibson and everything, and he missed all those World Series games, so he had to be in a lot of pain. But I make heroes out of these guys just for playing the game. It's incredible.
Yeah, because Hanley's got to realize 60% of him is better than 100% of whoever they put at shortstop.
Yeah, he's defensive liability, right? He's not the best, but he's obviously better than everybody else because he's still playing shortstop. So, you just got to have him. Otherwise, they just pitch around these other guys, or they'll walk, Gonzalez, and it makes a big difference.
You know, the one person on the Dodgers team that to me is the unsung hero is A.J. Ellis. There's something about that guy, being able to call good games against those great pitchers, throwing out those runners, and that triple last night was the most exciting triple. I'm sorry, Puig, but A.J. Ellis chugging it out to third base, that was awesome.
Was that his first triple of the year? I'd have to guess. I would take the under 2. But he's a leader. Him and Kershaw are for sure leaders. On the team, he's like strict with team rules. If you got under 3 years time, you're not getting on that bus or on that plane before anybody else. And he just carries himself with a lot of confidence and got a good sense of humor. And just happy for him because he was up and down. You guys know that just can't be easy. He was always the second guy, and when he was backing up Russell, and now he earned the job, man. This guy's probably early 30s, good family guy, Christian guy, and definitely happy for him. He's a good catcher, and it's tough to run on him too. The Dodgers, him and Fedorovich, close to 50%, at least 40 probably by the end of the year. They threw guys out.
Well, you know those kind of numbers, Robert.
No, you're right. A lot of people don't know that about AJ. He does throw everybody out, and doesn't quite get the credit like a Yadier Molina would or Buster Posey type guy.
Did you guys think that Crawford was out at home plate last night?
I thought he got his foot in there. That was a tough call, but it was the right call.
Yeah, I just wonder what with instant replay next year, what impact. I'm sure you guys talked about it, but there's. I look forward to it, man.
If you watch the replay, Crawford would have been really safe if he'd have just kept his eyes on Wallach at third because he let up.
Right.
He let up coming around. That's one.
I don't know why he did that.
And trip out on this, Crawford. I played with him in Tampa, and I don't know why he can't get over this problem. But in the outfield, every time he fields the ball, he looks where there's a pause, like he's not sure of himself that he's going to throw it to that base. I've seen him do it a couple times now in the playoffs. But just check that out. I don't know what that is.
Not trying to segue off the topic, but Robert, here in Tampa, right?
Yeah.
I'm at the airport. There's a mall out by the airport. What's it called here?
International Plaza.
Yeah, man. There's some serious serious talent walking through here. Could you guys confirm that? Confirm or deny that?
That's definitely confirmation there. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely a place to look at some fine artillery.
Yeah, just walking in a haze.
Well, Patrick, we're gonna let you get back to looking at those fine women's.
Yeah, man.
And thank you very much for calling, and good luck to the LA Kings. I'm not a fan of hockey at all.
I am. Sure. Well, you're black.
Hey, so is the hockey puck.
No, wait. Wow. This must be a podcast. You guys are swearing and throwing out barbs.
Yeah,
so before, as you say goodbye, just who wins the Dodgers Cardinals series? Do you think?
Dodgers in 7.
All right, that's what Dimitri asked. What do you have, Robert?
Dodgers in 6.
And real quick.
I think they come back and win 4 in a row. I think they get tonight. I like Nolasco. Nolasco's a veteran pitcher. He can get the job done as far as I'm concerned. They wouldn't have traded for him like they did if they didn't think so. And then
the Kings lost 2 in St. Louis in the playoffs last year and came back and won 4 straight. Dustin Brown's been out the great tweet. Then it's possible.
Oh,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would.
St. Louis is a boring town, man. So that'd be great to knock those guys out.
That's why they're so into their team.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on, man. It's fun talking to you guys.
Hey, great talking to you, too.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
All right. Man, that was a great conversation right there, man.
Good dude. I met him a few months back when we did the Good Day LA stuff, and he's a nice guy. Took time out of his day to come on the show. It's cool.
Well, cool deal. Well, let's take a break from FYI, and when we get back, our third segment, we should be getting Joe Hanrahan. You know how these big league ball players are. So
Former closer of the Boston Red Sox, still on the team, just the former closer.
well, he's a former closer of the Washington
good
Nationals
buddy of ours, and
and the Pittsburgh Pirates.
true, and just a hell of a guy, you know.
Yes. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Upcoming shows to the John Lovitz Vodcast Network.
Welcome to FYI. It's Dimitri Young here with Robert Fick.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Talking Marijuana.
Hi, everybody. Crabman's Rock and Roll Revival featuring Frazier Smith is on the air, in your hair, and going out everywhere around the world.
I'm Gary Garver, live from the John Lovitz Comedy Club.
This is the John Lovitz Vodcast Network.
Hi, John Lovitz here. It's time to put laughter back into your life. Check out the John Lovitz Comedy Club, located in the heart of Universal Studios City Walk, Los Angeles, not Orlando. For tickets, go to thejohnlovitzcomedyclub.com.
You are listening to the John Lovitz Vodcast Network.
And welcome back to FYI. This is Robert Fick alongside Dimitri Young here. Yeah, I did that on purpose. Anyway, our next guest, a former teammate of ours. He was a rookie in Washington when we were there in 2007, and this guy has flourished into one of the best closers in the game. And unfortunately, this year he got hurt, and he's on that comeback trail. And a great teammate of ours, Joe Hanrahan. Joe, welcome to the show. This is Dimitri Young and Robert Fick.
What's up, guys? Good to hear from you.
What's up, Joel?
Just trying to do some rehab here.
Where you at?
Really
You
watch the game.
in Florida or Boston?
I'm actually in Texas. They let me come home to rehab all summer since I was going to be gone pretty much all year and just had a baby. So I let them.
Yeah, he's a
I
parent.
talked them into letting me come to Texas, and just been a Boston fan from Texas this year.
Hey, Joe, before we talk about any baseball stuff, we want to talk about you being a parent now. You know, a lot of, all of us baseball players, we get into the game and, we want to, do great in our careers, establish ourselves, but also start a family. Tell us about that, because I love my kids, and I know Robert loves his.
Yeah, it's there's nothing else like it. That's one of the blessings for me that unfortunately I did get hurt this year, but I've had the chance to be a father and get to see my son grow up for the first six months of his life, and I got to see him crawl for the first time. I've been home for him when he got his first tooth, which was last week. So
Man, you're getting soft, dude.
I know, right? Some of the things that a lot of us never get to see, but it's fun. He's a big boy, so it's a lot of work, and I can't wait till he's able to start throwing maybe in a couple months here.
What's his name?
His name's Ryan.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a good, strong
he's a big
name.
one.
Yeah, he's going to be a big one. How tall are you, Joel? 6'6"?
No, 6'4".
You're not 6'4". Well, I must be 6 feet then.
Yeah, I think you're growing with old age.
I guess
I think you're shrinking with old age. There you go.
I just turned 40 on Friday, so I feel weird.
You look a little older. You're a little gray and stuff.
Man, get off of my.
Are you growing your hair out?
Yeah, I'm trying to get one of those Tyler Perry neat brother afros and stuff, but I'm like combing my hair out. So Joel, I know you got hurt this year, and the Red Sox are going the way that they're going, possibly a world championship team. How is it for you being in that position now, being on the outside looking in?
Well, it's a little tough. Obviously, this was my first year in Boston, and I knew coming into spring training that we had a chance to do some special things, and sure enough, they're going where they are, and fortunately they've had a lot of guys step up in big spots. Koji's taking over that closer role after myself and Andrew Bailey both went down with surgery. So, he's doing good with that. And, the team I was on last year made a strong playoff run as well. And, I'm sitting here at home watching Cartoon Network. So, that part's been tough, but it also makes me, focus a little harder on my rehab and try to get back for next year.
What's the timetable look like? When are you going to start throwing?
I've been on a throwing program for about a month now. Today I got to 60 feet, so hopefully my plan will hopefully be to get off a mound in January sometime. And being a free agent, it's kind of a wait and see if anybody wants to. There's all kinds of different routes you can go. The Brian Wilson route and wait till you're completely healthy, or some guys sign beforehand. So I'm just gonna wait and see if anybody wants me, and just try to focus on getting healthy.
Well, Joel, I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a lot of teams wanting somebody of your caliber. Ever since you came to the Washingtons via a 6-year free agent, minor league free agent from the Dodgers, who are also in the playoffs right now. You were an all-star, two-time all-star already?
Two-time, yeah.
Oh, look at two-time all-star with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And like you said, the Pittsburgh Pirates over the last couple of years, they were always knocking on that door. And then this year they broke through. And I know you have a lot of friends over there. You really established yourself as a major league ball player. And I have the utmost confidence that you will not have a problem finding a job wherever it may be because of the leadership that you bring and the tenacity. And also, you're a fun-loving guy. So,
yeah, I've learned from a lot of good people. So, I think my future will be all right. And,
Can you talk about one of those people being that guy in right field playing for the Tigers, Torrey Hunter? What kind of influence he's been to you?
Yeah, Torrey Hunter and LaTroy Hawkins, we had the same agent, both of them, and we used to have little get-togethers in the off-season. They, got talking to both of them. They both told me, why don't you come on down here to Texas and work out? Basically ever since I did that, I think that was in 2006. And in 2007, I met these two guys, Dimitri Young and Robert Fish. They took me under their wing pretty well there in the middle of July. So, just a lot of good guys that I've been able to follow and, kind of watch the careers that they've had and said, I want to do some of them things. I want to, be successful like that. So I just kind of, had to clean it up a little bit and, work hard and, really dedicate to your off-season training, which, for me, unfortunately now it's 8 months process, but, it's, I think with, Torrey and LaTroy, there's not two better guys that are more respected in the game. And, it's fun watching, I go back and forth with Torrey on text message about, this series that's going on. And I told him if he wanted to sit out for the next couple of games with his thing, he can go ahead and do that. He needs to come home to Texas. He's got things to take care of down here. So,
man, hey, that would have been the greatest catch ever if he caught that ball.
Oh my God! Oh, that would have been.
Yeah,
there would have been a lot of people in Boston committing suicide.
He just
on that.
missed it.
Yeah, he wouldn't be allowed back in Boston.
that would have been more killings than the Boston Massacre. Man, good Lord.
Well, Joel, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And I was going to say, to do it against his old buddy Ortiz, that would have been wrong. So,
yeah, they go back to Minnesota. They go way back together.
Yeah, getting chewed out by Tom Kelly.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I just wanted to let everybody know, you said some nice things about us, and, we were talking earlier about you and the way you carried yourself as a rookie, kind of like Puig. But no, dude, you were right on, man. We always wanted you around, and you got it. We didn't have to say shit to you. And
he's real mature.
Yeah,
he was real mature, and I think that was being around a guy like a Torrey Hunter, and then We didn't mention Edwin Jackson, that you guys came up together with the Dodgers organization. And would you ever consider going to play with the Cubs? Closing for the Cubs.
Well, if you give me, I'm like I said, I'm open to pretty much listen to whatever anybody has to offer me. So, it's now that I'm a dad and I have to get up in the mornings, I think I can handle Chicago. Whereas before it was, the thought of playing day games every day was not fun.
I know I'm not your agent, but I know the Angels don't have a closer.
We'll see.
They don't. They try to get away with Friere.
Boy, he got figured out that second half.
Yeah.
Well, Joel, there was something I wanted to ask. Yeah, can you go to Whataburger and get me and Robert two double cheeseburgers with bacon, lettuce, no tomatoes, grilled onions, and I want jalapeno poppers too.
No, Dimitri, you're on some time now. You don't do that Whataburger stuff anymore.
I know, man. I weigh 225 and I work out 3 times a week like a young man.
But he's gray. He's really gray now.
I got a little Uncle Ben in me.
There you go.
All right, before we let you go, Dodgers, Cardinals. Give us your take. Who you got? Think the Dodgers?
I think the Cardinals are going to pull it off. I think too much experience there for them not to pull that off.
Wow.
Yeah, and that Walker's been unbelievable.
Waka Flocka Fang, yeah, he's pretty nasty. Let's see what he does the second go round, though.
He
just like Sonny Gray.
He finished the Pirates there 2 times pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's got 2 games under his belt.
No, I'm talking about against the same team.
Oh.
Like Sonny Gray went toe-to-toe with Justin Verlander in the divisional series, and it was 0-0, and then the second, game 5, the deciding game, Sonny Gray showed that he was really 16 years old and couldn't get a greased-up BB up his booty.
He gave up 2 runs.
And Verlander didn't give up any. Hey, there you go.
We don't always agree on this show, Joel. This guy over here, he would suck Puig off if he could.
Oh, man, I bet
if Puig was in
delicious.
here. So...
Well, that sounds about right for you two guys.
Oh, Joe.
That's what makes it fun.
Well, thank you very much for calling. Give a hug and a kiss to the wife and your son. And, we're pulling for you, and I hope that you end up with the Chicago Cubs and help turn that team around.
No way. I want you.
Right.
I want you to be here in Anaheim.
We'll see.
Hey, Robert's going to hound you. So watch out.
I'll bring him a couple copies of the Sky Mall that he's.
Hey, do him a favor and order a couple for him.
Oh shit!
All right, Joe.
All right, dude. Take care. Hope you get better.
All right, boy. Be good. Thanks.
You too. Peace. That was our good friend Joe Hanrahan. How about that?
Awesome, dude. Sucks that he's not with the team in Boston.
Yeah, I know. I talked to him about it, and he just felt that it'll be weird being gone that long. He said if he gets invited, that's one thing. So if he gets the invite, I'm sure he's not going to turn it down just to, because he was there. He actually participated. His participation actually helped the team. So,
but why do you think they don't take him? They just want him to get done with his rehab, or there's no room in the clubhouse or in the dugout?
That being one of them, and I know Jim Leland said that, you're no good to me on the DL.
True.
You're in the way. And so, and him being able to go home and train versus being in Boston and do his rehab, that was a tough thing for him to do. They allowed him to go home, newborn son, and he put family first, and that's a good thing. He's able to train at home. He doesn't get to be with the team, but at the same time, he gets to be at home and get in the best shape possible for, throwing off the mound in January when he's a free agent and all these teams are going to be looking for him.
All right, let's take it. Let's go to break, and when we get back,
What the fick were you thinking?
Upcoming shows to the John Lovitz Vodcast Network.
Welcome to FYI. It's Dimitri Young here with Robert Fick.
Hey everybody, welcome to Talking Marijuana.
Hi everybody, Crabman's Rock and Roll Revival featuring Frazier Smith is on the air, in your hair, and going out everywhere around the world.
I'm Gary Garver, live from the John Lovitz Comedy Club.
This is the John Lovitz Podcast Network.
Hi, John Lovitz here. It's time to put laughter back into your life. Check out the John Lovitz Comedy Club, located in the heart of Universal Studios City Walk, Los Angeles, not Orlando. For tickets, go to thejohnlovitzcomedyclub.com.
You are listening to the John Lovitz Podcast Network.
What the fick were you thinking? Sponsored by nobody.
are we ever gonna get a fucking sponsor?
I would like to get gas money.
Fuck,
I'm done from
something.
Camarillo.
Pinks or something. Tommy Burger.
Yeah, man. Free Tommy Burger or something. All right, let's get into
Angelo, can you do something for us? Get us a pizza when we get here or something like that?
How about your mama's cookies? I know your mom makes some good cookies.
Jesus.
No, real cookies, not no spiked cookies. You wouldn't know that. Only
All right, today's What the Fick Were You Thinking is our boy Chipper Jones.
What did Chipper Jones do?
Chipper Jones, well, when the Dodgers and the Braves opened up a week and a half ago, Chipper threw out the first pitch. Well, earlier in the day, Chipper was on one of the big radio stations in Atlanta, and he took the Dodgers in 4.
Oh, shit, dang.
So the Braves said, fuck you, and they sent the mascot out there to catch the first pitch. And Chip sent a few tweets after the game, and he seemed to be pretty pissed off about it. But, I mean, dude, what the fuck was he thinking?
He's Atlanta. He's the only team he ever played on. I mean, he never tasted another organization, and for him to
Dodgers in 4.
go on air and go against a team that basically giving you everything that you earned in your entire life.
Yeah, McCann and Hudson were pissed off about it.
Do you blame them?
No.
Oh, wow. Dang.
No, I know. And the next night, Bobby Cox threw out the first pitch, and Hudson caught it.
Oh, turncoat Chipper Jones, what the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah, I couldn't let that. I know it was a little old, but I couldn't let that one slide.
Wow. Yeah, that was a good one to bring up.
Yeah, I play with Chipper, and Chipper's a nice guy, but Chipper's Chipper, and.
That wasn't smart. He must have been drinking a little bit of that Jamie Walker moonshine.
He might have gone to Hooters before.
He impregnated another one of them Hooter girls. Jeez.
I had to throw that in.
All right. Well, I wasn't here last week because I was in Tampa watching Delman and the Tampa Bay Rays go down to the Boston Red Sox, and Robert, you got a lot of love there, man. There's a lot of people in that locker room that are still around. They were like, hey, man, you tell that Robert what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Kevin Barr, of course. You know, that guy's money.
He's awesome.
That guy.
And, they're great people. Tampa's always, whether Tampa was shitty or not, that was always the best place to go for the clubhouse guys. You know, they really take care of you on the home side and the visiting side. Let
me tell you, I went to playoffs and stuff with Dell with the Tigers last year, and I went this year, and I couldn't have been treated any nicer with the Rays.
I believe it.
With the Tigers, I feel like O.J. Simpson.
Well, you were kind of O.J. Simpson over there.
Yeah.
No, the Rays are first class. I spent a little time there, and
Let me tell you. After they won the game 3, dude, that was game. What was it? Yeah, it was game 3 because they lost game 4. Game 3, boy, they turned off the light. They got the strobe light in there.
Really?
You know, like how they celebrate.
Yeah.
I had Dave Shelton, that hidden thing that they have on ESPN. I'm shaking that thing and they playing Pitbull. Hey. And they all dancing and shit after the game. It was fun, man. I'm telling you, that locker room, people are going to start adopting that philosophy that Joe Madden has in there. You know, the guys, they come in there and they just worry about work. There's nobody that, hey, you need to go and work out, or, hey, you need to go weigh in, or, hey, these guys police themselves.
Sure.
And Joe Madden gives them the platform to be able to go and perform on the highest level. And that's what those guys did. And, well, they ran up against the buzzsaw in the Boston Red Sox. But with that philosophy that they have, I didn't see nobody complain. Fernando Rodney, they let him be him, and that guy, and well, we have a little history with him.
Sure.
I know, and I saw this guy mature into what he is today, and I got to meet David Price and be around that guy. That dude is, wherever he goes, that team is going to be a plus 20 team because of not only his presence in the clubhouse but on the mound. I talked to him and just listened to the way that he approaches the game, and this guy really wants it. And I also was around the other first-round draft pick, the number 1 pick, Tim Beckham. And this guy's going to be a good one.
What about Myers?
Myers,
Quiet guy?
he's a quiet guy. There was some questions, some eyebrows raised when he pulled himself out with the tight calf and then came in and just had that whole deer in headlights look. But that's part of maturing in this game.
Sure.
And if he can get over that and get over that hump, because you know what? The greatest players make the biggest mistakes out there. You know, Bill Buckner's forever known for a guy missing a ground ball and so-called screwing up the World Series. There was also a Game 7, people.
Yeah, he's a young buck. But, you talk about things like that. I heard on the radio this morning, Andrew Luck is 15-7 in his first 22 games, and Peyton Manning was 7-15 in his first 22 games. Like, it's a learning process, and the Myers kid is going to be a phenomenal player. Traded for James Shields. The Rays just kind of ran out of luck, I guess. You could only go so far with the resources that they have there. But back to Joe Madden, what a stud.
Yes, he is.
It's another one the Angels let get away.
Yes, they did. And
we have to wrap it up early today. We've got a lot.
Oh, fuck you!
It was supposed to be at noon. It's already 12:15.
Well, you should have told those fucking talking marijuana people that.
No.
Yeah, you let them fucking go 10 minutes over. I'm telling Mark.
They went exactly the amount of time they went.
Okay, we're done. We're good.
Hey, guys, we gotta go. Sorry.
Upcoming shows to the John Lovitz Vodcast Network.
welcome to FYI. It's Dimitri Young here with Robert Fick.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Talking Marijuana.
Hi, everybody. Crabman's Rock and Roll Revival featuring Frazier Smith is on the air, in your hair, and going out everywhere around the world.
I'm Gary Garver, live from the John Lovitz Comedy Club.
This is the John Lovitz Vodcast Network.
Hi, John Lovitz here. It's time to put laughter back into your life. Check out the John Lovitz Comedy Club, located in the heart of Universal Studios City Walk, Los Angeles, not Orlando. For tickets, go to thejohnlovitzcomedyclub.com.